St. Paddy's Day is right around the corner, so let's make an old fashioned to celebrate. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways. I'm Doc Martinez, and with St. Paddy's Day just a few days away, we all love to celebrate with a good cocktail. Sometimes we like to do that by making the green drink, but not today. Today I have two ideas to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with an old fashioned. So with so little time left, let's just jump into these. So this first one is like a tease of the pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Let's get started. Pot of gold at the end of a rainbow old-fashioned ingredients. 1.5 ounces of gold spot. 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. If you want, add some gold glitter in there. Edible gold glitter, make sure that's edible. A dash of gnome's bitters. Gnome, same thing as leprechaun. Pretty close, right? Plus, if not, just add a dash of Angostura bitters. All right, time to start making the pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Now, this will be made directly in the glass, and the reason I'm calling it at the end of the rainbow because I got some edible gold glitter paint that I did, and I painted a rainbow of this, so that looks like it's at the end of a rainbow. We're gonna start off with our bitters, so I'm gonna put 1 dash of this gnome bitters in here. I'm also gonna add a small dash of Angostura bitters, and if you don't have the gnomes, just do the Angostura. I don't want to make this too bittery because the Irish whiskeys tend to be more mild, and I don't want to overpower that, and you can do that pretty quickly. Add a little bit over 1/4 ounce of this. I want the glitter to show in there, so I'm not going to do quite half because I don't want it that sweet, and I want the and I really do want this to stand out. Now for the gold. 1.5 ounces of this. If you want, add more. If you want, add less. But I want to make sure this is a nice, good, solid drink. Time to add that ice. Nice, clear ice will do. We'll put that in there. And what I want to do to make it a little bit more special, I'm going to add this. It's a 3-leaf clover. We're going to add that to the ice on top. Just leave it on there for a few seconds. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually add gold leaf into that. That'd be kind of cool, huh? And there you go. You already have it there. I'm going to use this because it's gold to stir it, and let's just stir this up just a little bit. Get it nice and chilled. Look at how beautiful that is. We got the rainbow with some gold at the end of it. So my pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. And look, where I started, the paint came off, but that's okay. It's edible paint. Let's go in for a sip. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. You get a little bit of that sweetness on the tip. You get that bitters right now. And then all of a sudden, all that whiskey just hits that tongue, goes over it. Oof, I like this one. Oh yeah, that's definitely a make again drink. I like it. All right, I'm gonna move this over and make my second drink. So my second old fashioned for this St. Paddy's Day is gonna be called the Taste of Dublin. And the reason I'm calling that is when I traveled and I went through Dublin, I went to 2 distilleries. I went and saw Jameson Distillery, but I also went to Guinness. And I thought, what a perfect combination for this holiday. So I'm calling this the Taste of Dublin. The Taste of Dublin ingredients. 2 full ounces of Jameson Black, 1/4 to 1/2 ounce of Guinness simple syrup, and I'll have instructions on how to make that below. 2 dashes of chocolate bitters, and last but not least, Guinness foam. I can't wait to make this one. Let's get into it. Just like the last one, the Taste of Dublin is going to be made directly in the glass. So we're going to put this here, and we're going to start off with the bitters like I normally like to do. And this is the chocolate bitters, and the chocolate's going to help bring out some of those flavors in this Guinness, make it richer, bring out those dark notes from there, and that's what I'm hoping it does. So I'm going to do 2 good dashes. Next, we're going to add 1/4 to 1/2 ounce of this, and this is a Guinness simple syrup. And as I said, I'll have the instructions for this below. I want to make sure to add a decent amount of this because I want that flavor to come through, but at the same time, I don't want it to overpower the Jameson. This simple syrup on its own just tastes so good. My wife loved it, and even my daughter Deanna, who doesn't really drink, liked the way it tastes as well. There's so much goodness in this. I need to figure out some other drinks to make with this before it expires on me and is no longer any good because it's just so good on its own. You could probably actually put this in coffee and other little drinks like that as well if you're not a drinker, but I'll figure out some other cocktails to do. All right, the star of the show. Let's get this one open. Jameson Black label. I wanted something a little bit stronger, a little bit heftier, a little bit with more flavor. Make sure to add enough in here so that it fills that up. All right, let's add that ice. This one's just gonna be a nice big round ice here. I was gonna say a round cube. That doesn't make any sense. Use the stirrer to stir this up and chill this out a little bit. As you're doing that, take a sip of your Guinness. Oh yeah, kind of remind you what it's supposed to taste like. Throw that off to the side. And now the fun part. I finally get to use this bad boy. I'm excited. I loaded it up. I left it in the fridge for a little while. Let it cool off. And let's see what this does. So this is Guinness foam. If you have one of these bad boys, pretty easy to make. Let's turn this upside down and let's hope it doesn't spray everywhere. Let's see what it does. Oh, come on. There we go. That's what I want. I want to see some foam on this. So there you have it. The taste of Dublin Old Fashioned. Let's go in for a drink. Look at that. Leaves that mustache that you get when you drink some Guinness. Ooh, a lot of Guinness in there. Yeah, Guinness hits you up front. I need to go in for a deeper drink because I got a whole bunch of foam in my mouth and that's pretty much all I tasted. And that foam tastes exactly like Guinness. Oh yeah, there you go. Ooh, that is a nice combination. I like that bitterness from that Guinness. You don't actually have to have a lot of bitters in this one because that Guinness already has some bitterness to it. You get that Jameson, nice texture over the tongue. Lots of flavors in this one. Guinness, whiskey, and Guinness again. I kind of like this. So if you're a Guinness drinker, you're going to love this. If you're a Jameson drinker, you're going to love this. And if you like both of them, oh, great, great combination. Oh yeah, that is good. That is good. So there you go. 2 new old fashions that I came up with so we can celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Both of them were good, both very different, and both do a good job of celebrating St. Patrick's Day. These take me back to my trip to Ireland, which I enjoyed thoroughly. Having some fond memories of that right now. Can't wait to go back one day. Well, my friends, thank you for joining me on another journey down my old-fashioned rabbit hole. To our next journey, my friends, cheers.